EURUSD. Here I am on the 1 hour. So, as you can see, little dots here to get entry price down here on this guy. But before that, let me get to the read. So let me pan out a little bit. Basically, take a look at the 4 hour stuff. So we had all this volume down here, all this stuff that I believe transferred up, this initiation volume for this push up to make a higher high. Hasn't made a high in a while. We have this long hold here for about 3 days, and then we have some news that pushed this up even higher, made a new high. So lots of initiation volume on the push up, pullback, hold here with no volume, and then we had this break to the downside with very little to no volume. So that got me super interested in saying, okay, this guy didn't have any volume on the way down. There was basically nothing, especially compared to this. Came down here, tested in this area. Let me open up tested in this area. Move this out the way. Guy who started here, like I said, no volume. And we came back down, got close to this area, but couldn't even get to it, more than likely because of the amount of volume. And we actually had this initial push up to this reaction area that he first broke down. And as we see him reacting off what I marked as like a primary, he couldn't go very far. And there's a trap down here. So let me drop down a time frame. You can see I marked here, there's just no volume. The guy who pushed down couldn't even make it to this area from my bigger time frame. And just pushed up, made a V formation right here, lopsided V, came up to his area, and then this would be his primary for his cells. And there was just not much going on here. One leg, pull back, second leg already getting to this area of interest where you can clearly see that these sellers broke below, pulled back, tried to go. I could even go to my 5-minute precision time frame and you can actually see it all a little better. So you can see that there was an area here that he broke below, support resistance, tried to sell. So there's lots of selling in this area that got taken out. So that was my area. That was my trap area that says, okay, we have the volumes from the bigger boys supporting me. All this volume on the push up supporting me. This primary sell from him that's two-legged and choppy, starting to slow down. And so at this point, I saw this slowing down, coming down, and starting to reject right in my trap area. So I went ahead and hit the buy. And this is one of those trades that, with everything backing me, the big boy time frame, the volumes, the lopsided V, the primary dying from him, this gave me a lot of confidence in this trade. I just more confidence than I've had in most trades. I'm starting to get that more where I can just tell, man, this really seems like it's gonna perform nicely. So put my stop loss just below my traps, my army down here, and it started to perform. I wanted to, so this was on Friday. It was late in that already. It was about 10:45. But with everything backing me, I wanted to get in on this one. It seemed, just everything seemed to line up for once, other than the time of day and it being Friday. So that was the only thing that really killed me on this one, was it was Friday late in the afternoon, because I believe that this had the potential to actually make higher highs. My initial take profit, I wanted to be at these highs, but I believe that just with the volumes, I believe this has a potential maybe when Asia opens it back up to take it higher. Don't know if I'll get in on it because I don't normally trade Asia, but it'd be interesting to see what happens. Looks like it's in a hardcore money spot right now where these guys still think it's a sell, but he's attempted here, nothing, attempted. So a little spike down and probe back would be a good sign for the buys. But For right now, yeah, I left my stop loss down here the entire time. I didn't move it in because we never really broke these highs. One thing I could say, given the time of day, I could have extracted almost 3R right here, but I decided to wait. Even this pullback didn't really mess with me. I knew that it just seemed like this guy didn't have the volume to push it down before. Why would he have strength to go again? So I wasn't concerned about his secondary coming down very far, but I did keep my stops down here. And especially when he got taken out, I was thinking maybe, even though it's Friday, we could at least push up a little more to take it up to at least these highs. But the market around this time just dies out. Look at this volume just dying. So I think that led to just the stall. Waited around and ended up closing it here. Actually, I'm sorry. I closed 80% after he pushed up here. So closed 80. He was going to let the other 20 run, and then eventually just close the other 20. Was tired of messing with it. Oh, sorry. So closed 80 here. Close the other 20 there. There it is. And I was even looking at this as almost there's another little trap on my precision time frame. These guys pulled back, pushed down, support resistance tried, and then they got taken out again. So it's like double trap. So I believe at that time I could have moved my stop loss in, but I just kept it down there. I think after I extracted 80, I went ahead and moved it into break even. Yeah, after I extracted the 80%, and this guy pushed up, I moved it to break even. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see where this plays out actually tonight, because I'm doing this on Sunday, so Asia will open up tonight, and kind of like to see what it does. So yeah, this was all in all the second trade this week that I just felt I felt confident on, just with everything backing me. I didn't have that. Maybe y'all know what I'm talking about, when you enter a trade and you're like, man, I just don't know about this. Like every time you click the button, you're worried. This one and one earlier in the week, I just had that little more confidence behind me that I haven't had. It's pretty nice. Feels like I'm finally figuring this stuff out, or at least it feels like it. So all in all, yeah, this one turned out good. Made just under 3R on this, or just right at 3R. So definitely a good way to end the week. Yeah, so if anybody sees anything, or yeah, anything I missed, or anything at all, feel free to comment. Like always, thanks.